"Oh, where did I go wrong with you?" That single line could silence a room. And for years, one cranky grandmother in a faded floral house dress said exactly what the rest of us were thinking, week after week. Mama's Family wasn't just a sitcom. It was loud, uncomfortable, brutally honest, and somehow comforting all at once. Vicki Lawrence completely vanished beneath grey hair, padding, and a permanent scowl to become Thelma Mama Harper. Ken Berry played her sweet but clueless son, Vinton. Dorothy Lyman brought non-stop attitude as Naomi Harper. And through that Raytown living room marched a rotating parade of relatives, neighbors, and victims of Mama's tongue. The show premiered on NBC in 1983, stumbled through 2 seasons, then shocked everyone by roaring back in syndication. In the end, it ran 6 seasons and delivered 130 episodes. More family blow-ups than most households survive in a lifetime. Today, we are heading back to Raytown to uncover 15 strange, surprising, and little-known facts about Mama's Family. From forgotten theme song lyrics and missing introductions to behind-the-scenes drama that was just as messy as anything Mama ever started. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe for Remember When, and share this with someone who still hears Mama's voice in their head right before saying something they probably shouldn't. Now let's get into it. Most fans instantly recognize the Mama's Family theme music. That cheerful tune that sets you up for chaos. But what many people never knew is that the song actually had lyrics. The tune is called Bless My Happy Home. The music was composed by Peter Matz, the same man behind the music for The Carol Burnett Show. But the lyrics, those came straight from Vicki Lawrence herself. Yes, Mama wrote her own theme song. Lyrics like, "Well, I've been all around the world and I've seen most everything," were written to fit the melody perfectly. Peter Matz arranged the instrumental version we all know, but Lawrence gave it a voice that never made it onto the show. Over the years, she hinted that the reason was simple: money. Paying for a vocal performance in every episode adds up fast. It was never officially confirmed, but anyone familiar with television budgets knows how that story usually ends. The lyrics didn't disappear, though. Lawrence later performed the full song during her live stage show Vicki and Mama. MTV even used the sung version in a promo years later, completely surprising fans who had no idea the song ever had words. Same melody, same warmth, just finally allowed to speak. While the show was finding its footing, one cast member was quietly pulling off something almost impossible. Dorothy Lyman, who played Naomi Harper, wasn't just working on Mama's Family. At the same time, she was starring on ABC's daytime soap All My Children as Opal Sue Gardner. On Mama's Family, she was sharp-tongued, fast-talking, and constantly at war with Mama. On All My Children, she was deep in emotional, dramatic storylines. And she wasn't just showing up, she was winning. Back-to-back Daytime Emmy Awards in 1982 and 1983, one for supporting actress and one for lead. For a brutal stretch, Lyman worked both jobs at once. She filmed All My Children in New York Monday through Wednesday, flew overnight to Los Angeles, rehearsed Mama's Family Thursday through Saturday, taped on Sunday, then caught the red-eye back and walked straight into another workday. Soap opera tears on one coast, sitcom punchlines on the other. She later joked she called it all my paychecks. Exhausting, but worth it. Mama's iconic look didn't happen by accident. It was crafted by Bob Mackie, the legendary costume designer who dressed Cher and turned the Carol Burnett Show into a visual playground. This wasn't just about picking a dress. Mackie designed the floral house dresses, the sensible shoes, the grey wig, and even a padded bodysuit that transformed the much younger Vicki Lawrence into a believable matriarch. One detail fans always remember, the way Mama's socks sagged around her ankles, came from Lawrence's own grandmother. Mackie loved it and made it part of Mama's permanent look. When Mama's Family became a full sitcom, Mackie's design became the blueprint. His collaborator Rhett Turner maintained that look for the entire series, earning Emmy recognition for costume design. Rare praise for a sitcom where wardrobe carried so much character. Here's one illusion most viewers never noticed. Vicki Lawrence was younger than nearly everyone playing her children. Born in 1949, she was in her mid-30s when the show premiered in 1983. Ken Berry, who played Vinton, was born in 1933. Carol Burnett, who played Eunice, was also born in 1933. Betty White, who played Ellen, was born in 1922, more than 2 decades older than Lawrence. And yet, no one questioned it. Lawrence's posture, her walk, her timing, and Mackie's costume work sold Mama completely. She didn't just look older, she felt older. It's one of the cleanest tricks television ever pulled. Before Mama ruled Raytown, Vicki Lawrence ruled the pop charts. In 1973, she released The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Against all expectations, it shot to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 2 weeks. Her only charting single. A true one-hit wonder. The song was written by her then-husband Bobby Russell, who didn't think much of it. Other artists passed, including Cher. Lawrence loved it. She recorded it with producer Snuff Garrett and musicians from the legendary Wrecking Crew. It became iconic. Reba McEntire later revived it. It inspired a movie, and Quentin Tarantino name-dropped it in Reservoir Dogs. One strange moment when a future sitcom legend dominated radio. Early Mama's Family episodes opened very differently. During the original 1983 to 1984 NBC run, Harvey Korman appeared as Alistair Quince, a pompous host parodying PBS's Masterpiece Theatre. He introduced each episode as if the Harper household were refined, high art. The joke was the contrast. When the show returned in syndication in 1986, those intros were cut to shorten episodes and create consistency. Most viewers never saw them again until the 2013 DVD releases restored them. Before the sitcom, there was Eunice, a 90-minute TV movie that aired on March 15, 1982. It was darker, harsher, and emotionally heavy. Mama was crueler. Eunice was broken. The humor came from pain, not punchlines. The cast returned: Carol Burnett, Vicki Lawrence, Harvey Korman, Betty White, and Ken Berry, and proved the characters could carry a longer story. But it also showed the tone had to change for weekly television. That's why Mama was softened. In the original sketches, she was relentless. Perfect for short bursts. But a weekly sitcom needed heart. Writers reshaped her, still sharp, still intimidating, but capable of warmth. Harvey Korman told Lawrence the truth. If Mama was going to be on TV every week, people had to like her sometimes. That version is the Mama audiences embraced. Originally, Mama had more kids than you remember. On the Carol Burnett show, her sons were played by Roddy McDowall, Alan Alda, and Tom Smothers. When the sitcom launched, they were all folded into one character, Vinton Harper. Lawrence almost said no to starring in the show. Carrying a sitcom alone felt risky. The makeup, the padding, the workload, it was daunting. But encouragement from Carol Burnett and Harvey Korman pushed her forward. When the show returned in 1986, Carol Burnett didn't come back due to a painful divorce from producer Joe Hamilton. It caused a temporary rift between her and Lawrence. Burnett never appeared in the syndicated run, yet the show lasted longer without her. Lawrence's career began with a fan letter at 17. Carol Burnett read it, met her, and fought CBS to hire her. Mama herself was born in March 1974 on The Carol Burnett Show. NBC cancelled Mama's Family in 1984, but syndication revived it in 1986, adding 95 new episodes to reach 130 total. And finally, Ken Berry played 3 Harpers: Philip and Eunice, Vinton in the sitcom, and Mama's late husband Carl in the finale. That's Mama's Family. Loud, messy, unforgettable. Just like Mama herself.